Hi. Are we on?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cucina Quarantena. And today we are visiting South India in coordination with Reed's presentation this week on South India. Yesterday we had a coffee chat with our friend Chetan. We're going to be joined tomorrow by a gentleman named Lalu, who is a local guide down in the south of India. And we're going to get a virtual tour as well. So today I thought it would be fun to cook for you. Sorry, a little atmosphere there from Opal, who wants to cook with us. What we're going to be doing today is cooking Indian food, which I know a lot of people think that must be scary because it's got to have a lot of spices and you have to really know what you're doing. But I'm going to show you how easy it can actually be. Now, the south of India, as we talked about yesterday, is kind of tropical India. You could kind of think of it as like Southeast Asian India. So you're going to have a lot more spicy food. You're going to have a lot more food with coconut milk and mango and tropical flavors. So I thought I'd make a really super fast dish that incorporates a lot of those flavors but has an Indian sort of twist. So we're going to make shrimp madras. Madras is Chennai, which is in the south of India. There's the recipe right there.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah. And this is from a wonderful cookbook called Indian Regional Classics, which I've had for a million years. That is really nice because it simplifies how to make Indian food, because Indian food can be really intimidating if you try to do it the authentic way. But if you just are a regular home cook, there are so many good shortcuts that you can get pretty close to a good flavor with. So this is a really good book. Julie Sani is the author, and it's one of my favorites. So this is based on her recipe. We're going to simplify it even more. So what we're going to do is we're going to be cooking with shrimp tonight. So these are easy to cook with, and I think shrimp are kind of a fun thing to cook with because they're just easy. I haven't really ever spent a lot of time cooking with shrimp, but I found these frozen at the grocery store and I thought, heck yeah, this looks nice and easy. So these ones are deveined, they have their shells on them, but you can do the ones that are pre-shelled, whatever you wish. So I'm just going to dump a bunch of these into a bowl to start. And they're still frozen, but that's okay. You can use raw ones if you want as well. These are big suckers here.
Yeah, these. I was just gonna say these are really big shrimp.
They're really big shrimp. Yeah.
These are massive.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to season them. So we want a teaspoon of garam masala. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. That's about a teaspoon. And then we're going to put in a teaspoon of curry powder. This is Maharaja curry powder, but you could use any standard curry powder. Again, the same amount. A teaspoon. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And then we're going to put in garlic. It calls for about a teaspoon. And I'm going to use, this is how we're going to make it quick. We're doing the Trader Joe's little shortcuts. So the pre-crushed garlic that comes in these little pods. I love this because it takes so little time. And you just pop it right in. I'm going to do probably way more garlic than I should, but that's because all cooking is to your taste. It's to what you like. And so to get that sort of spice mix going, I'm going to add some nice olive oil and just dump a little bit on, a couple tablespoons.
Just the rest of the olive oil.
Just the rest of the olive oil. And I'm just going to kind of toss it around. Now, if you're using raw shrimp, that works out just fine too, and probably the marinade will work better. Theoretically, I should probably let these sit in this pot for a little while, but since we're doing a flash cooking today, I'm going to call it good now, just as we sort of have them mostly coated with spices and oil and stuff. I think that'll be fine. So we're going to come on over to the stove and we're going to get cooking, because this is a quickie. So I'm going to use my favorite pan, the chef's pan.
This is a very nice pan.
Is a very nice pan because it's super versatile.
Is there already some oil in there?
There is not. That is dishwater, because I was just washing it. So, oh, by the way, I would just like to thank everybody who went to my last lecture on Venice, because your money helped us to replace our dishwasher. That dishwasher that we had been broken for over a year, and the day it broke, I cried because I was unemployed and didn't have the money to replace it. So we've been using one that my brother found behind Home Depot in the garbage. That's what we've been using for the past year. And about 2 weeks ago, I just had it. I just thought, I can't take it anymore. I need a dishwasher that actually works. So thank you all for coming to my talk last time, and for a couple of people who sent me a little extra gift. You know who you are, and you are most loved. So thank you so much. You've made our lives exponentially better.
So this is just like a couple tablespoons of coconut oil?
Yeah, so a nice big scoop of coconut oil. People love coconut oil, and it's very popular to cook with these days because it has a lot of health benefits. I think it tastes good, and also we are on the keto diet right now, me and the kids, and coconut oil is one of the oils that is recommended for the keto diet. You can also rub it all over your face, and you can rub it in your hair, and it's supposed to be really good for you. So when you're done, you can just take a little bit and moisturize yourself. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I look younger already. Do I look younger, Nico?
I mean, you already looked pretty young.
Oh, good boy. All right. Okay, so now that that's heated up, this is, like I said, going to be super quick and simple. So I'm going to toss our shrimp in.
Whoa!
And we're just going to start sauteing them. Get that garlic good and mashed up.
Jerry Kurt, no, this is not a new pan. We've had this for a long, long time.
Yeah, I can show you a new pan that we do love, though. All of my nonstick pans are now definitely stick pans, so we got sick of how sticky they all are. So we just got this one. This is from a company called Misen, M-I-S-E-N. They don't sell them in stores, it's just an online thing, but they promise you that their nonstick finish lasts longer than other people. So far, we love it. So far, it works really well, and one Cucina Quarantena, I will demonstrate how efficient it is with nonstick. So, but all these other all-clad ones that cost us a fortune are almost trash because the nonstick finishes are kaput. So, I figured with all the cooking we're doing at home these days, I needed a new, along with a new dishwasher, a new nonstick frying pan, and it is worth it. And in my research, I found out that nonstick pans aren't really meant to last more than 2 or 3 years. And that's kind of lame. So everything I looked at, the ceramic ones, none of those seemed to be any better. So this particular one seemed to promise that it would be good for a long time. Do I believe that? Not so much. But hey, I'll take it for what it's worth. I think it's just all about how you care for them, if you're really gentle. Some of these ones that I got, the nonstick ones, I got when I was like 20 and didn't know how to take care of things. So we'll try to take care of this better. All right, so we've got our shrimp just bubbling away in that curry powder. Smells delightful already. And you can see, yeah, what do you think, Nico?
I can't really get a good... Ooh, that smells really good.
Yeah, so I got it on a high flame. And what we need to do to cook these is just wait until they look nice and firm and pink. These started out pink, but they should, if you're using gray ones, they'll just turn pink when they're ready. And what I'm going to do now is add and create a sauce. And to make the sauciness, we're just going to add a squirt of tomato paste.
Mmm, look at how delicious that is.
Well, tomato paste is really useful, actually, Nico, because what it does is it adds umami. It adds an extra layer of flavor. It won't make it tomatoey tasting, it'll just give it kind of that oomph, that flavor that you think you're missing.
Why would it taste like umami and not just tomatoes?
Because tomato paste is so concentrated that it doesn't have a real bright tomatoey flavor like tomato sauce, for example. It's got a little bit more almost meaty sort of taste. I love the ones that come in the toothpaste tube like this. They have them at Trader Joe's. I got this one at Big John's PFI here in Seattle.
That place is great. If any of our viewers lives in Seattle, you should definitely go there.
Big John's PFI. We'll have to give everybody a tour of Big John's PFI someday. We'll take our camera down there because that is a great place.
Maybe we can get sponsored.
I don't know about that. All right. So now that I've got, you can kind of see now that I put in the tomato paste and the shrimp are letting off their juices, we've got a nice little pan sauce. Can you give a little close up here, son?
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. So that little pan sauce.
Cheryl Jenkins Harris says, Sarah needs to make a cookbook of her favorite recipes. Yes, she does.
I know.
Indeed, she does.
I know. Along with all the other things I need to do. Oh, the other creations of this week, because we're on the keto diet. I invented their quiche cupcakes so they don't have a crust. but I put in salami and provolone and green onion and tomato and just everything that was looking wilty in the fridge, and made little quiches for breakfast for the kids. So those are like snacks now. And I'm getting really good at keto baked goods too, using the almond flour, which we kind of like this diet so far because you get to eat all the junk food you want. All right, and then coconut milk, which is something else we keep around the house.
Ooh.
I actually like this in my coffee better than regular milk. So it calls for about a 1/4 cup, so I'm gonna pour in about a 1/4 cup. But I'll tell you what, I like coconut milk so much, I'll probably put in more.
Here's another baked good that she made. Some just like brownies, like double chocolate brownies. Those are very, very good.
Keto brownies,
Yeah.
those are good too. Alrighty, so we've got these going here. Oh, that smells really, really nice. Now I would normally plate these on a bed of rice, but we're not eating rice right now. So instead, I'm gonna get this sauce to where I want it to be, and we'll just put them in a bowl, and then we'll eat them individually like a snack almost. And we are almost done.
Really?
Yeah, really. I'm just gonna let this sauce thicken up a little bit and add a little bit of salt and pepper. I think, yeah, we're lacking a little bit in the salt department. Yeah, and this is pretty much all there is to it. So I know that Indian food seems really scary and difficult, but it's actually pretty simple. And any of the recipes that you see at an Indian restaurant that say Goan, Goan, that's Southern India. Goa is part of Southern India. Madras is another word you'll see on an Indian food menu. And typically, if you have a recipe that includes coconut milk or any kind of tropical fruits, that's a giveaway that it's something from Southern India versus Northern India. Alrighty. I think we're pretty good. So
These shrimp still have legs.
they do. We're gonna have to peel them. Those are peeling shrimp. And I also wanted to point out one of our favorite things in our house. We would eat normally, but we won't today because we're on a diet. This is great. I know. Am I killing you?
No,
Should we just have
no.
one that we can share
Yeah.
as a treat? Okay.
Yeah, we should.
So we're gonna have some naan with this, and these are just the best. And you just heat up the oven, and you can make a frozen naan that tastes just like an Indian restaurant, and they cost nothing. They cost like $3 for 3 or 4 of them. So that's gonna be our dinner tonight. We'll have naan served with our shrimpies.
We've got a little cat coming through. Meow. That's our small cat, Opal.
All right. So let's pull one of these suckers out and see how it is. I'm gonna let them simmer for a little bit longer, but theoretically, they should almost be done now. Let's let this little shrimpy cool just a tiny bit.
That curled. It
Yeah.
curled a lot. That's
Yeah,
weird.
they do. They curl up.
Let's get a better shot from over here.
All right, so I'm just gonna try a little bite, see how it turned out. Holy cannoli. Really good. So what you could do here, I used pretty mild curry powders. So the garam masala and the Madras curry powder are not very strongly flavored. So if you like real curry, you could put more in. You could put a different kind of curry in. You could also add something spicy in if you like the spicy, because the spicy is really a very southern thing. So lots of different deviations, but there you go. You think Indian food's hard? Not at all. And the thing about Indian food, this is what it's about, my friends. Right here is the sauce. This sauciness over the top of rice, or you dip your naan into it, that's where the good taste lies.
That's why a lot of Indian food is really good on a bed of rice, because then you get that delicious saucy rice.
Just perfect. Love it. Yeah.
Just perfect, she says, as she puts salt in.
Well, it can always be more perfect, right? Well, that's all for me and Nico tonight here in La Cucina Quarantena. Thank you for joining us to explore Southern Indian cuisine. We'll probably cook Indian with you again sometime. And yes, you're right, I do need to write a cookbook, like an international cookbook. That would be really fun. But here we are. What I'm going to do this week, though, on Saturday, we will have another Cucina Quarantena segment, which we don't usually on the weekends, but I'm going to be trying to make a Columba cake, an Easter cake. So you can join me as I utterly fail at making the most lovely Italian Easter dessert. So I definitely will fail. But I'll see you then on Saturday. Otherwise, tomorrow we're going to have Lalu on and Nina Sekuzati talking about Kerala backwaters. So we'll see you then. Thank you.
Bye,
Ciao.
everybody.
Thanks, Nico.